How you feeling, Sarah? Well, welcome, Sarah. Tonight, this is your life. I don't know how nervous are you?
Very.
You're not the only one. Okay. Well, Max has put together this wonderful "This Is Your Life" book. We're going to go through it. I've written down some things that use these, I think. I'm afraid we don't have the power of the BBC or the ITV to have big sliding doors and jet people in around the world, but Sarah, tonight there's a room full of people who love you dearly. And it's a real pleasure and joy to all these people to share it here with you. When it all started, back in Coventry, on the 26th of December 1971, which of course was Boxing Day. You lived in Coventry for 3 months with your dad Ashley and your mum Anne. Then, in 1972, in April, you moved to Cornwall, where a lot of your family lived. And then, 2 years later, your first brother arrived, Jason. Then, in 1978, in 1978,
you're in the way back.
You made the biggest and probably the most important decision and best decision of your life. You decided to follow Jesus Christ. Can I ask, Sarah, can you remember that time?
Yeah, I can, very clearly. Yeah. We were in church. It was Christmas Eve. We were singing a hymn. And I just remember saying, I want to tell everybody in the world that they need to be Christians. And as clearly as anything, he said, you can't tell others to do what you haven't done. So there and then I just said, well then I'm yours. And that was that.
Great.
Can we ask her about it, what her dad said when she was born?
He missed me being born because I came a little bit earlier than planned. I think they can hear me. Yeah, they can hear me.
Can you hear Sarah at the back?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
And when he arrived at the hospital, he took one look at me and he said to Mum, why haven't they cleaned the blood off her head? I said, that's not blood, that's her hair. It was a bit of a shock, I think, to have a red head, and then he went on to have another two.
At the age of 12, your second brother was born, Matthew, who lives in Foxhole with Claire, and I know
Where's Claire?
she's here,
She's hiding.
and I know you've loved her like a sister, and I don't know, Claire or Matthew, whether you've got anything to. It's a nice embarrassing shot, it is, sorry.
I won't warn you.
What's it been like living with you, growing up with your sister?
Well, great really. I think she's a great sister I could have really. You know, I love her to bits. Obviously it's been hard with her disease, but she's helped a lot of people along the way. And I wouldn't ask for a better sister. So.
I'm in the early teens. You and your family moved to Bodmin. There's more embarrassing ones yet. Do you remember that time? Was it a big move? Was everything being packed up?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was thrilled. Yeah, I very much wanted to live in Bodmin. Yeah, but not so sure about the photo.
You can thank your husband for all these photos. I had
Yeah.
nothing to do with this. And you spent some great times with your two dear cousins, Bev and Ali.
Yeah, they'll kill me for that one.
And I think we've got a short video clip now, I believe.
Happy birthday, Sarah, and welcome to the 40s Club. Lots of fond memories of growing up with Sarah, and one that stands out is our Christian holiday that Sarah, her sister Ali, and I went on. It was called Breakaway, and it was in Wales. After a bad start of late buses and missed trains, we eventually arrived very late. Unfortunately for us, we had very overprotective parents who were worried about us as they could not get in contact with us. This was long before mobile phones were invented. As we were queuing up to use the payphone to phone home, in walked two policemen. Wilson and Beverly and Sarah Rowse. How embarrassing. Not the best way to get called in front of all the youth there. The holiday went downhill from there. And laughs later on, mostly about boys, and managed to disturb our roommates next door, who were commenting in the morning at breakfast how they were kept awake by very raucous laughter coming from the room next door.
We're in the way here.
That was us. We were very relieved when it was time to go home. Well, I hope you have a great evening, Sarah, and once again, happy 40th. Happy birthday.
Do it again.
So good, we want to hear it.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Really sorry, can't be with you tonight. I'd like to have been there, but being midweek is just impossible. Max asked us to think of some memories, perhaps when we were younger. Where to start? There's so many. Remember Open Door, with Phil Hadley and the Swan Cafe? Swan as in Sarah wants a man. Hey, you got your man. Years ago. You're so lucky. I remember I used to come round to yours on a Saturday with the Bible and have fun together. They were good times. Happy birthday.
And I first remember you about 20 years ago. It was April 1992. I started going out with Ali. And I think pretty well one of the first members of the friends and family that I met. Happy memories of that. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Spell the ball. Thanks also that you invited us to your wedding. That's a great day. Remember that. And thank you for the friendship and the love we've had over the last 20 years. Scary time, 2 decades. But happy birthday, happy 40th. See you soon.
Love you.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
And at the age of 14, you started Bodmin College, where you found two more of your lifelong friends, Sam and Louise. And I'm not quite sure. I know Sam is here. Is Louise here?
No.
No. Okay. But Sam is here, and I know you two have been good friends for such a long time. Sam, how's your memories of Sarah been? What funny stories can you tell us?
Oh, gosh, I don't know what to say. Well, I do know what to say, but oh, Sarah, you must be one of my oldest. You are my oldest friend. My first memory of you, I think, was when I started Bodmin Com. I really didn't want to be there. I moved there when I was 15. And I met Louise, and she just told me she was a Christian, and I don't know, it was like you guys were there for me, and God, it's like God just planned it. who've seen me at my worst, really, really worst, and my best, and it never seemed to matter how much pain you were in, you've always been there, always there, and on the phone, whatever. I think I even lived with you at one point.
You did.
You've put up with a lot, and I've got some really good memories of open door, Steve and Kate, and I haven't always seen much of you. I lived in Australia for 10 years, but it doesn't seem to matter how much contact we've had, haven't had. We've always been really close, and I know it's always going to be.
Yeah.
So, thank you for your concerns.
Thank you, Sam. Two more of your lifelong friends, which I think I was told that you met at youth group, and that's Rose and Steve. And Steve, what's your memories of?
You don't want to hear this.
Yes, we do. Yes.
I won't mention biscuits, don't worry.
Oh, all right.
Well, I met Sarah when she was about 14. Me and Sarah actually went to school together. And the rest of it, really, because she's only 14, she must be at least 60. The school we went to was a school of pain. We learned together how to manage pain, how to not let it invade our lives to the point where we couldn't function or couldn't be of benefit to others around us. In that school, I came out with a C-, and Sarah got a degree, got honours degree. She still holds the record for it. She's an absolute inspiration to me for the whole of my life since I've known her. There's nobody else I can think of who's ever inspired me in the way that Sarah has in terms of how to endure to the nth degree and still walk really closely with God and inspire everybody else around him. She's just fantastic.
Now on your 18th birthday, you...
That's not me.
that is your good friend Jane, I believe, who was the person who gave you this amazing present.
Yeah.
Now Jane, I think, was your tutor group teacher.
She was. She was also a youth group leader who became a friend. Yeah.
And she gave you this amazing, amazing present. Can you tell us what that present was?
Goodness, yeah. She came to see me on Boxing Day and gave me a card, and I opened it, and out fell 2 tickets to Israel.
Oh, wow.
Blew me away. I didn't know what to say. And it was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. That is the Wailing Wall, and it certainly lives up to its name. All those people there are wailing, and as you come into the courtyard, it's really quite overwhelming. But yeah, it was incredible.
And then you decided, when you came back, you went on to study to be a teacher at Exmouth College, where you met one of your soulmates, Rosna, thank you. Unfortunately, she can't be here, but I believe she has sent you this message.
Hello Sarah, happy birthday. Really sorry I'm not with you for your birthday party. I would absolutely have loved to have been there if didn't have to work and look after Robbie. So Max has asked for me to say a few words. And what can I say about you, Sarah? I mean, I just think that we were meant to meet and become friends. I ended up at Exmouth at college completely by one of those weird coincidences, and I only stayed there for 6 months before I disappeared back to London and then moved all around the country. But I just believe the reason I was there was to meet you and to become your friend. We only, spent a short time together, actually, physically in each other's company. But we just became really, really good friends overnight. You just became a best friend straight away, and the depth of that friendship continued, even though you were living down in Cornwall, I was all over the place, and we didn't actually really get to meet that much. But the last few years, contact has been limited because of location and circumstances, but you are still my best friend. Just think about you loads and really miss you and love you very much. And I just believe that you'll have a very special place in my heart. Always, no matter how much contact we actually have, and that whatever chance we get to spend together or talk to each other, it will just be like old times. So, just want you to know I love you very much. Always have, always will, and I do look forward to actually seeing you again soon one day. Lots of love. Bye.
However, staying at college was not part of God's plan for you, sir. You soon returned home and moved into your very own flat. Do you remember what that was like? You moved into your own place. Was that your first own place when you moved
It
back?
was, yeah, it was. It was.
The flat is not the same.
That's not Sarah's flat.
It was exciting. It was scary. It was new. It was hard at times, but yeah, it was all certainly part of the plan.
Yeah, God did have an amazing plan for your life, Sarah. And then shortly after, you, at the age of 21, a friend of the family, a minister, invited you to go and stay with him. Now, where did this minister live, and where did he invite you to go?
Texas. And I said yes, which was a pretty crazy thing to do on my own with a wheelchair, and yeah, but it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Getting to meet the dolphins was really cool.
Yeah. Whereabouts is that? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's at the Sea Life Centre in San Antonio. It was an amazing 3 weeks.
Great experience.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, during this time, you made some more lifelong friends, and that was Emma and Kate.
Same here.
No, the prop shaft broke in the car was
Oh.
on the way. They were actually setting out to come down there, the prop shaft there, text her this afternoon.
But Kate is here.
Kate's there.
Kate, where's Kate? Kate, give us a wave. Hello, Kate. Any stories you can tell us on memories or?
21st birthday.
We used to have some laughs, and the word that came to mind just a few moments ago was dawn.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
And it used to be a joke of Sarah and I. We would say, just call me Dawn. You know, because things used to happen to us, and you know, it was just a way of lightening some of the happenings. But we had a lovely 21st birthday party for Sarah, and that was good fun.
Yeah.
Select few, but it was, and Michelle made the most of it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately she can't be here this evening because her little one's
Thank you. Now you have many family members around you, including your aunties and uncles. Now, is there aunties and uncles here tonight?
Yeah, Auntie Phil, Auntie Doris. Can you give us a wave? Auntie Sheila, Uncle Tom. Hey? Okay. And Hillary, cousins, and Gillian. Does anybody want to say something? No? Okay. Oh, they're Rouses.
They leave it talking to you, Matt.
I lost my voice, which is a blessing for everybody.
Well, as well as your many loving family members, there's none that you more love to be with, and that's your dear nephews. And now I think it's Daniel, Jordan, Brett, and Callum.
Jack, Brett, and then
And then another big change in your life was in 1996, because that was when you met your Prince Charming. And he had a rather big impact on your life, and you fell in love, and so much so, on the 26th of April, 1997, you got married.
No, Dad, I didn't get married.
Didn't get married in there.
In that.
Now, along with your very handsome husband, Max, also came along your wonderful stepson.
Not so little anymore.
Now, there's a bit of a story here. We was hoping to have a big, grand surprise here for Sarah about that Nigel was going to be here. But Sarah asked Max this morning, well, what are you doing tomorrow, love? Oh, well, I'm taking Nigel home.
I can't lie to my wife.
However, we've got one surprise for what we're hoping to do now. By the power of the internet, we're going to try and link up live with Nigel's fiancée Lisa and your gorgeous granddaughter Ellie Mayer. So if we can, can you see if you can get that working, Max? And we'll try and link up live so we can see them. Is that going to work?
No, don't. Oh, no. Oh.
Well,
Why don't you
Nigel, I think probably best you just bring them in, I think. They've travelled down specially from Windsor.
You can over there.
She's so heavy.
Now, as you know, if you may not have guessed it, but Max is not actually Cornish. And sometimes his accent gives it away, but
I'm a cornetto.
he's from the beautiful country of Venice, and I think you know it quite well, Sarah. You've been there a few
He's a
times.
city, not a country.
City.
Yeah, I think we've been about 4 times together. Yeah.
I think you really fell in love with the place.
I did, yeah. 2 Italians stole my heart and then the country did. Yeah, it's just incredible. The most romantic city in the world. Yeah.
I think you met some of Max's family there as well.
Yeah, his sister and his aunties and cousins and his 2 nephews, Daniele and Paola, which are male names in Italy, and that's his sister in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, when was the last time you seen them?
Oh gosh. Oh no. I don't know.
Can you say, oh my goodness, in Italian?
No.
Can you say hello in Italian?
Oh mio Dio.
I can say I love you in Italian.
Do you want to have a go at saying it to some Italian people more? Max, could you bring in your sister all the way from Venice? How's your heart?
Now I need the tissues.
Well, a lot of your family and friends here tonight, and also you've got a lot of your friends you've met through your church at Grace, and particularly the Gillespie family. John Gillespie, our pastor, unfortunately he's not in India at the moment, but Tisa is here, Hello, Tisa. Tisa, how many years have you guys known one another?
I'm not sure. How long has it been?
About 9-10 years now.
No, a bit more than that. They're 12, I think.
Yeah. Well, I personally will never forget the day that Max and Sarah walked in the church for the first time. I remember Max was really slicked up in a black suit with I think he might have had a bow tie. It looked like he'd just come in from a ball or something. And he said, I'm Max, and this is my wife, Sarah. The way he said it was so elegant and it was so manly and so chivalrous. And this gorgeous lady with this beautiful auburn hair, she had a flower in her hair or something. And I just thought, wow, who are these people? Where are you from? Oh, we're local. How come we haven't met you before? But it's hard to think about Sarah without thinking about Max. Max and Sarah. They're a team. They come together, and they have been just a tremendous blessing, not only to our church, but because they just love to serve, and they're great listeners. Max is so practical, and he loves to help. Sarah just is a great listener and counselor, and she's so wise and has such spiritual insight. It's amazing, and obviously she's been a Christian a long time, and she knows the Lord really deeply through very difficult circumstances, we all know, and maintained a depth of faith that is, like the other brother said, is hard to match. Yeah. And she's been a great blessing and encouragement to especially to our daughters. Our oldest daughter, Bethany, she was very close to at a time when Bethany really needed somebody other than me. And Sarah really was there and really filled an important role in Bethany's life. And also recently with our Rebecca. I know she had just one short time with Rebecca, but it was very, very impacting on Rebecca's life. And Sarah has continued to encourage John and me, particularly in our ministry, even though she's not, she doesn't get to attend that much, just so much encouragement, beautiful handmade cards with beautiful inspiring words, and we just love you guys so much, and happy birthday, Sarah, and I hope you have many more.
Thank you.
Just ditto.
Nice one.
Is that Italian?
Well, as well as the Gillespie, of course, your dear friends, the Foots, Jesse and Tracy, they were the three dear girls, and unfortunately, sadly, they can't be here. I think they're either coming back from Disneyland or they're over there at the moment, so I know they've sent you this message for you, so.
Happy birthday, Sarah, and your fun. Happy birthday, Sarah. I think you're really good at making jewelry. Hi. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Happy birthday. Sorry we can't be with you. Air fun party. It's the big 4. Oh my goodness. I just think that you're one of the most amazing people I've ever met, and probably one of the most Christ-like people I've ever met, in that you're just a picture of patience and kindness and love for people that I can't imagine Jesus being. So I just think you're amazing, and you're an inspiration, and it's a blessing to know you, and I'm just so glad that you are part of our family and part of our lives. So thank you, and I hope you have an amazing birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah. We love you a lot in this house, and we are thankful that you're a part of our life. I think really what you need to do with your energy is write a book about your life that can encourage and inspire other people, because it is an amazing story that you have. And we're just thankful to know you. And proud to know you. Proud to have you as a friend. And we love you, and we hope you have a great birthday. I'm sorry we missed your party. We're on a roller coaster at Disneyland! We're driving back, one or the other anyway. We love you, happy birthday.
Some other friends you might know, or friends looking through here, the Sluderick and Kennedy family. For me, Sarah, I think we've, like Tisa says, you come as a couple, as you are. But Sarah, just since I've known you the 4 years of my latter part of this life, since I came to faith, you both have just been such, just a real heart friendship, I think, is the only thing I can say, is what I found in you both. And Sarah, like you said, just your wisdom and just your love, your patience, and also, for me, is your marriage. What a blessing your marriage is to me. And on just how you operate, on how you work, how you share. You just share every truth with one another. And I can just say, it's just a real blessing to know you, Sarah, and I thank you from my heart for just knowing you, just for you being you. Thank you, Sarah. Some other friends is Gordon and Janet Nash, who I know you've known for many years. And Gordon, I know you had something to say.
Yeah, we met them in 1999 when we first came to Cornwall, and the friendship's grown since then. And there is quite an age difference between us. I'm not going to say what. When we're talking to Sarah and Max, it's as if we're all on the same level, and she is very wise. If you look as if you've got a problem, she wants to listen and she wants to help. But ever since I've known them, they've both called me Pops. And that's okay, but I remember a couple of years ago, it was my birthday, and we went to Trelawney's, and we were having lunch, and they'd schemed something, I know, because suddenly Max appeared with a bun with candle in, and they both started singing Happy Birthday Pops. And everybody was looking at Sarah and thinking, and looking at Max and thinking, oh! We love you, and it's been a great time knowing you. Happy birthday.
And two other your dear friends is, I know Selena and John and I, and of course they're a rather long way in China, but they have sent you this message.
Hi Sarah, we want to wish you happy birthday, Esther and I, and my darling husband. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐. Sam is also here to say happy birthday. We want to say how much we appreciate you, Sarah. I remember when I was a teenager going to your house group and how much I learned through that, and I bought myself a Bible at that time, and I wrote inside of it that you are my spiritual mother, and you still are now. I really appreciate you. I've learned so much from you, how much you care about people and listen to people even though you have so much to go through yourself. Oh, Esther, is that happy birthday for Sarah? Thank you very much, Sarah. I look forward to spending time with you again. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hi, Sarah.
Okay, and you have so many friends, Sarah, and I know one of your dear friends is Cindy, and she just wanted to send you her love to you today. And also your good friend Andy Bryant, and now up until about, I think a few hours ago, apparently he's very disorganised and he hadn't sent you a message, but he has. He's managed to send you a message. So this is Andy's.
Hello, Sarah. The best thing about you is that I've always been able to come to you for advice, even when I don't think that I'm going to get what I want to hear from you. I've really appreciated that over the years, about friendship. Just want to wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you had a great time, and that you're not too sad that you hit the big 4-0. Maybe at the end of the year you can tell me what it was like. Alright, take care. See you later, Max. Bye.
And also, I think, is here tonight is Joe Edwards here. Joe. Now, I know Joe's been your helper for many years and she's become a real dear friend. And sorry, Joe, I didn't get to ask you whether you would make any comment, but sorry to put you on the spot.
I just love Sarah very much.
Thank you, Joe. Well, there's so many friends and family here tonight, Sarah. There's lots of ones that we haven't been able to mention, and Max said there's so many of your church friends here, and we could go on and on and on, but they're all here tonight because of the wonderful person that you are. And there's so many different words that's been described to you. Inspirational, blessing, encouraging, loving, listening. That's the person that God created you to be, and that's the person that you will live out. And you live out your faith.
Now to change it.
That can be seen from all of this big ministry. Now I believe that Steve, I think, is going to...
yeah, can I just say something?
Sorry, yes.
Now, more than surprising my wife, the real purpose of this evening wasn't so much to have a birthday party or a surprise for Sarah, but the real purpose for this evening was to actually show my wife just how much she's been a strong tower for me. Yeah. I love this woman so much, and I wanted to show her that I'm not the only one, that there is a massive lot of people that loves her and believe in her, and what an impact she made to so many lives. And I hope she will remember this. And to this effect, I just want my friend Steve, our friend Steve, now is going to have a little surprise for Sarah. So thank you, Steve.
Nothing glorious. Hello, hello. I've had a bit of a cold, so the voice isn't too good tonight.
After 2 is 3, and then 4, and then 5. Just in case.
I did go to the doctor, so I've got a headache, a sore throat, and a raw chest, and he said, I think it's suffering from hypochondria. I said, well, not that as well. And I'll do my best. When you, I don't know if anybody here does write poetry or songs, but I find when you're writing songs, you take, it's a bit like weaving something, you take threads of things and you weave them together to kind of create a picture of what it is that you're trying to present about whatever you're presenting. And the song I'm about to do, all the threads of this song have already been said tonight, so this is just kind of putting them in one thing really. This is a song written for Sarah.
In the prevailing wind, you were sculpted, my friend, like a tree on the moor or the coast. Your beauty defined by a spirit and mind that are purer and rarer than most. All the forces of nature could not dislodge or break them strong roots that gives strength to your soul. Through the rock they have grown, they are anchored in stone, far away from the tempest control. Your wisdom becomes because you stand above those with no need for jewels of pride. Dark shadows of night disappear in your light. You're leaving with no place to hide. So your boughs become laden with those seeking haven from the storms that would blow them your way. Your eyes do not judge them, and your lips will not condemn the choices of their yesterday. How the rain, it may lash, and the lightning can flash, and the thunder will roar like a gun. But your face, still serene, belies this wild scene, like a rainbow reflecting the sun. Oh, you know you can't run from the deluge that comes and the waters that quickly surround. You stand without fear, knowing angels wait near to lift you to higher ground. They'll lift you to higher ground.